Hey, impromptu live with my little music on. It's the first time using this song. Instagram. I'm gonna get y'all in on this. It's an important update. All right. So I'm just letting everybody gather for this impromptu live. I got an important update and deadline to let y'all know about real quick. Come on in. Come on in. My little. Hey y'all. All right, so we got some important things to go over real quick. I don't want to labor this out and drag this on. It is Friday evening, and I wanted to just go live real quick so I can get a taste of what my Monday live is going to be like. I dropped a couple of questions about the follow up to the Microloc extensions client. I am just so ecstatic that number one, she still has her locks. I knew she still had her locks for many years, but the fact that she wants to go live now, she used to tell me, "Don't tell anybody I don't want anybody to know I have extensions." And that was like the first few years. And I was like, I have to be able to document this. Like, your hair is doing so well. This was She was still my client. But now I'm excited that we getting everything final. But I did that question on IG and several other places to get a temperature of what people wanted to see. So happy Friday, y'all. It's a few quick updates, okay? Really important that if you are in the program and you want to get your certification for 2023, please submit your mannequin heads. You have 10 days left because then we're not going to be able to look at them and give you your feedback and pass the certification after that. Just the coaches and everyone will be hopefully enjoying time with their families. So that's the 18th, Monday. We're going to finalize all the 2023 graduates. I'm so excited by the 22nd. By the time we have our holiday party, we want to do something special for y'all. I want to do something special for y'all. So right now we have our list. I had to print them out of all of our 2023 graduates so far, and just checking off, making sure that you're going to get with something. We're going to give you something special. So please, if you want to be a part of that, make sure you submit all your photos, go through the process that we have outlined in the course. And also, if you do that by the 18th, you will get your response before the 22nd. If you want to join the program, enrollment is open. Enrollment closes on the 22nd. So that is just a little bit, that's like 2 weeks. So if you would like to get in, be included going forward, be included in our next graduating class, you have until then. Also, the prices are going to go up. So if you were looking to get some of the lower pricing, because the program is going to upgrade, and all y'all that are in it are going to come right along with us as we upgrade and give you more. So I'm just letting people know, because I don't know how many people actually know that enrollment's still open, just because we're not doing the Black Friday. But what will happen is the enrollment will close after the 22nd, so that the prices will change, the programs will change, everything will change. And then we'll do the big announcement and reveal of the upgrades in 2024 when we come back. All right. So if y'all saw if y'all were, okay, I don't even know. I have like 5 questions I want to ask y'all one time. I want to know who is engaging. Hey, on IG. You're in New York? Yeah, we have New York. I don't know, are you in New York City or are you in New York State? We have both. Go on right now. We have people on the microlocdirectory.com that are in New York City and New York State. So if you want to look there, we just recently certified, and I know there's someone that's in Harlem that's actually, if you're close to there, that's actually a really great loctician that's from our program. You're in Long Island. Okay. If you feel like traveling into up to Harlem, we have somebody on there. Diane Fabulous is in Harlem. We also have, but the people I'm thinking about are more north. So you would have to travel a little bit north. And then we have certified pros in Brooklyn, but not yet. Okay, you're right. Okay, cool. So go to the microlocdirectory.com and then look for, you should be able to see, I would just type in Diane Fabulous or Harlem, and you should see her populate. And you can look and also see, we also have a Moy, the Lock Artistry, and she is in like right outside the city. I just can't remember the you're welcome. Okay. Um and so we're gonna, yeah, be fine tuning everyone's listings. There's a few people working out kinks with their listings so they can be there going into 2024. So that's just a few weeks, and we're doing some tech upgrades and changes so that things can be visible properly with everyone's listings. And we got all these new certified pros working on theirs. So if that's why I wanted to make sure I let people know that enrollment will be closing. So you won't see the enroll button on the site after the 22nd. It's a great Christmas gift for yourself. I brought only gifts for myself and my daughter because I was like, well, do I want to invest in this business thing or that thing? And then I just say, you know what, because you're going to get probably the better pricing around this time. And since we did the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, if you did not get on, we still kept the price. You're still going to get the price not changed until after we close the enrollment. Another update I want to tell you, scholarship applications last day is also next Monday. You also have 10 days to tell people about it or put your submissions in. I'm seeing people are matching their names with their social media, and I'm so happy that certain people are applying because I actually put them together, and I was like, I was really excited. I'll just leave it there because I think it's going to be challenging to pick a winner, but I'm happy that the people that applied did because you were already on my radar, if that makes sense. And so it just showed me that you would like to win a scholarship. Yay, you applied. Fun size goddess. Okay. Good, good, good. We are also giving away other things. So this is, I know we're in person and virtual parties are not cool, whatever, but we are a virtual program and everyone's all over the place. So to make things easier, we have a virtual gathering. So even if you want to just connect with um, your fellow colleagues, you want to connect with even a potential optician, I would say join the party. You're going to go to the same site that we give away. And there's a red button on there now, but it doesn't go anywhere yet. It is going to be activated shortly before the party, maybe like within a few days of the party. You'll get notice. And then if you want to join us in that room and participate in the fun and win some of the other prizes, you can. And some of the other things that will be given away are gifts and gift sets, um, mini scholarships, like just different things. So this the big annual scholarship. Of course, we'd want you to be in the room if you've applied and you want to come on camera and we want to thank you and you want to say, you know, a little bit as you accept it. But you want to, if you want to just participate, I'm not gonna make it long and drawn out, but it'll just be a little fun. We know in person is really truly where it is at, but right now we are virtual because we are a virtual program. And yeah, I think those are all the main things that I wanted to. Oh, holiday break. So the Microloc Mastery team is going on holiday break starting December 23rd. So right after that holiday party is pretty much, a happy end of 2023. Wishing you a new year, and then we won't be able to view any of your submissions or respond to like any critiques or any updates. Sometimes people want, hey, how am I doing? How's the progress? We won't be able to fully be able to do that until we return January 7th. Okay, so we'll be providing emergency support. Like I'm locked out of my dashboard or something of urgency. Yeah, but if it's like just can you communicate, um you can also post to our community, Microloc Masters community. You can post and share many, and on the Facebook as well if you like. When people have time, they will be able to respond. If y'all DM me directly, please don't get offended if I cannot respond back right away. It's better if it's a common question to put it on the main thread, because if you DM me directly, sometimes I can't get to it for a while. And I don't want you to feel like, excuse me, y'all, I don't want y'all to feel like I'm not, responding. and want you to have any questions answered. So I went live on StreamYard because I wanted to show y'all some of the pictures of, so her name is Angela. Angela is that extensions client. And I always have to preface this because, especially y'all in YouTube land, can be very critical because I remember posting I had an old video up that I forgot about. Talking about like 13 years ago, and someone commented, "What is this lighting? What is this? Ha ha ha, lol." And I'm like, "Did she not realize the date that this video was posted? It was like posted in like 2010," and she was like laughing. Over 10 years later, I don't even know what year it was, been like 2020 or whatever. And I was just like, so are we judging the quality of the camera and the video from something that was done in the best quality camera video at that time? So my photos of my first clients and first the no, it's not all extra high definition. It is my iPhone, whatever, it's for whatever I had at that time. And it's the lighting that I had at that time. I didn't know anything about a ring light at that time. You got my living room light, my lamps. And so when I show the pictures, I'm like, yeah, I realized it could have been on a different background. It could have been, but you know what? It is what it is. I think if you really just care about seeing what you need to see, you wouldn't be so judgmental. But it does stick with me, and I have to say that if anybody wants to critique that. So, and I'll do a full breakdown on Monday when she goes live with me. I'll show y'all the pictures I have, and she's gathering her pictures up over the weekend so we can show y'all the process, and then you can see her live, right? You can see her process live. But hold on, let me move this, and then pull up her. Y'all need to comment and say hi. First of all, on YouTube, y'all need to y'all need to say something. I'm tired of talking to myself, but seeing all of this engagement behind the scenes, I really need to know that, you know, if you just want to like look and hop off, cool. But I'm not gonna really be. I want y'all to want to see these things and engage with me. I'm not seeing comments, but it could be something going on with my StreamYard because it's done that before. Because I know y'all in the group, y'all always say hi, right? Hi on Instagram. I know I don't go live often, so I appreciate you clicking and engaging. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Well, I'll save the pictures for Monday. All right. So if y'all tune in, y'all can go ahead and interact with the post and let me know if you see if you've seen it, and I'm gonna show you. I also have a TikTok I just created, so I do show some of her before pictures on there, so you can go ahead and click that. Hey Natasha, on YouTube. Hey Virgin Hair Party on IG. I appreciate y'all interacting, and I'm just excited because I really all these years I was just like, why is she so anonymous? It was such a big deal. After her, I can show y'all. I'll show y'all this because you said, well, Natasha said hi. I don't see nobody else saying hi. But on this slide that I want to show y'all eventually, there's also another client that came after her that was a sister lock that had locks. So then she shaved half of her head, and then she had some locks on the side that was short. So kind of like this. And then we extended this whole side. So we did a partial, and then she wanted this side just kept short so she could continue to shave it down. And she was like real creative, so she like added color to this side, and then she had this side with extensions. And before I even got real fancy with the color, she found a way to process it so that she could remove the color from the extension hair and then redeposit another color. And I was like, well, now what I would do is we do that beforehand and we have a process. So if you want different colors, I either have those ready made for you, or we have it done in a way where you are able to do that easier. So she was able, but that was something to learn. And my techniques that I did back then are not the same techniques that I use now, which I think will make it a little bit easier to do that process. And my first techniques were, although they were good at the time, they needed a lot of work, which is why I never went and started opening up a training. I was like, wait, I need to perfect this. And they're talking about 2009 to when I finally started doing trainings was at least 10 years, trainings for the extensions, because I knew that I didn't want to train someone on something where there could be potential problems. I didn't want people to have excessive unraveling, locks that aren't attached or anchored well, locks that aren't blending in, um, locks that weren't pliable and able to be styled in a certain way, because the idea is that these extensions were going to be permanent. And to have a client that used it just for that purpose, got them done, kept them in, helped with her hair. Her hair is longer than mine. Her hair outgrew my hair at the 10-year mark. When she would come back and forth for me to do her hair. I think I did her hair for the first many years, but then there was a little separation moment. And then when we had the 10-year mark, I was like, what is that your hair? Her hair was all waist down, longer than mine. My hair, I've cut it a little bit, but my hair is her hair's grown faster than my hair. It's very interesting how you can see the rate of growth. And so she so it's all the way down still. And so I just was a point I was trying to make with that. So for that 10-year mark, I wanted to share. She wasn't really there. And then I was like, okay, 5 years now past then. Is she ready? And she was like, yes, I'm ready. She said, you know who does my hair? Someone that said they've been trained by you. And I was like, oh, who? So she actually moved away to South Carolina, North or South Carolina, and ended up connecting with someone that was in our first cohort of the Microloc Mastery Training Certification Program. So I thought that was really dope. But she said she doesn't know how to do extensions. I'm telling y'all, in the Microloc Mastery Program, you'll have a foot in. If y'all want to go and jump on the extensions trainings, and you've been sitting and thinking about it, whenever I offer an opportunity or a discount, I would say, think about it strongly. Get on a payment plan, think about it, because that's all she needed to make that seamless transition to another Microloc Mastery Pro. Was if they had the knowledge to do like some of the enhancement to the extensions or add on, because she's older and she says she's experienced some thinning and things like that. Her locks are 15 years old almost. So she wanted to keep that service going, and it was hard to find, she said, people that really knew how to do that. And the fact that she was trained by me made her say, well, I already started her hair. She would like to continue. And I hope that this loctician gets the training. She's like, something about it being affordable. Well, there's going to be something before that, but that'll hopefully make it easier. I have printed out something. No, I don't think I need that. All right. So I had a couple of people saying hi. Yeah, I know it says Friday. I tried to get in before 5, but I know y'all are ready to leave. If y'all at work, you're ready to go. You might be in commute right now, so you might watch the replay. If you're watching the replay, put replay. So I said some of the announcements already in the beginning. Just know that Monday, the 18th, is a hard deadline date for a few things. That's the hard deadline date for you to apply for a scholarship, and a hard deadline date for you to submit any work for certification. Okay, so please remember those dates. All right. So now y'all see, and I'll show y'all Instagram. Let me see if I can share it from here. Hold on, y'all. On my screen on the left side is that client I was talking to you about, but I want to see if I can show Instagram the picture of the client. If y'all want me to put it, say yes, because I have to go through these icons over here. Is this it? Can y'all see? Can y'all see the picture on Instagram? Hold up. I'm gonna close that out. Oh yes, okay. All right, y'all. Cause I get confused. All right. So Angela on the left, right? She came with this afro, small and short. Remember, she on the left, she's the first client. On the right is like the next client. So second, first and second. 2009, 2010. Okay. So the skills and techniques have 15 years of improvement, more seamless, but and better lighting in my photos. Like again, she came because she had thinner, not thinning, but thin hair. Her hair wasn't actively thinning, it was just thin. and she wanted to have something to work with besides me starting a foundation on her own hair. So that was the before, the after, just two that I could capture at the time. She now has more. She did send me an update photo, but I'm gonna wait for her to send my others because again, she has somebody snap it and it's kind of dark, but it does go all the way down her back. She used it to help her ease into the transition of having locks, to also give her some fullness along this journey, understanding her hair. But remember, I always say we are not doing a temporary thing, so we can't have it grow out of her scalp teeny tiny stringy and have these fat extensions that don't blend in well. So the fact that she was able to have them blend in just fine, because it took years to grow out, we just maintained the roots. But through this process, I knew that I wanted to continue to refine how I did this. So I thank her for being my, what she called test dummy. We used to say, "Can you be my test dummy?" She agreed because she had saw that I was already doing reattachment work, extension work. I want to pull, well, it's nothing really to see, but some of these first YouTube videos I posted on YouTube, I show y'all how I was doing it already. So I already had a technique. When someone came in with sister locks and was like, can you extend this or can you reattach it? I would do it right there on the spot at these hair shows. And so I was trying to capture that because it was a technique that I was already creating and refining. So we said, well, I don't know. I don't see why I couldn't do your whole head in a way, but we're going to make this look realistic. We're not going to we're not going to give you a different texture. We're not going to give you different volume and what your hair is going to grow out, because then you're going to look ridiculous at her hair grew pretty fast. So let's say in about 6 months or to 8 months, when she has a significant inches of hair, we wanted it to not look crazy. Like somebody would say, when are you going to take those extensions out? Because I've seen when people get the wrong kind of hair, or I told y'all even recently when I was in LA at that conference, the natural hair conference, and somebody had a different texture. I guess she was trying to extend her locks, and it looked like really like her ends were just 4C texture and the hair was a different texture, and it looked like she had old braids in, and it took away the beauty of just embracing her texture and all that length. It looked like she was trying to have like a curly thing, and ended up looking like she had an old hairstyle that she needed to take out, like her hair was not done. You can't undo, slick away, or anything of your DNA. So you should really, if you want it permanent, you got to think about how your hair is going to continue to grow out your scalp for the rest of your life. Right? So, and then on the right, she already had sister locks. She was actually a trained sister loctician, and I wish that I had better quality. Let me see if I can like lighten them and blow them up or whatever to make it look better. And she was 2010 because I'm looking at where I was living in the background. And then the two different apartments a year apart. Yeah, so Angela was when they both in Brooklyn. And I will make myself bigger now. All right, y'all. So it's just a sneak peek. I just wanted to share. I don't want to stay on here forever because I do need to go run some errands with my daughter. And so, yep. Stay tuned for an announcement about, I already kind of told y'all. I think that there will be an additional extensions course that hopefully will make it, I think it'll be what some people might want as we break apart the full Microloc Mastery Extensions program. It has all these 6 different ways. It has like everything. There's a way to break it up into the most in demand, I think most crucial techniques that you could utilize at now. Because when we do the whole program, I'm training you how to do bulk lock, like everything, bulk locks to create whatever you want. But there's just some things that you could do right now that I think would be helpful when it comes to advanced repair, reattachment. Yeah, I I guys gotta stop my passion, but I'm passionate about this because I started doing when I was doing microlocs, it was to repair sister locks. Repair and refinement is my thing, and I wanted people to have options so that you don't have to worry if your lock is about to break. You don't have to worry and walk around with your hair looking crazy because you're going through some things and you just want to strengthen your locks, or you want to reattach those that have come off when your hair is in a better condition. You don't have to throw your hair away. You don't have to find, hey y'all, I see all the highs. And so that's why I started. And then the full head options were starting as rehab like this. So when I see some things that look cosmetically nice, but I know that for longevity, it's not going to blend to look real. And hey, if somebody wants their hair to look fake, look like two different things, I can't tell them no. But if someone is like, I want the most realistic version of microlock extensions. I've been putting in energy and work into making it a certain way. So anybody can slap in some kinky curly hair and do two strand twists in the end, but keep them in forever. But you know what they're gonna look like? Like you're gonna need to take your hair out, and it might also be you're gonna probably there's just a lot of things I can see happening. So I ask people if you're gonna pay someone thousands of dollars to put two strand twists in your kinky hair in your head, how long are you expecting them to stay? And if you're not thinking that far ahead, okay, you might have the money. You might have the money, and you could send me $50 if you have the money to just be like, for a style, it's gonna stay nice for a couple of months. I'm gonna go ahead and drop $2,000, and it's gonna start acting real crazy at about 6 months. I'm okay with that and the headaches because I'm going to pay for headache. And that's give us all some Christmas bonuses. But if you know, like, listen, this is serious. I know it looks so good now. You need to negotiate that price down and tell that person this is going to be temporary. I might just want to see what this looks and feels like. But I know when I get to a certain point, I might have to take it out. I might need to get something done to it. So they should not be charging you some permanent ass pricing for something that is not going to morph magically with a magic wand into a lock. It's going to look like that. And if your hair texture is a certain way, if it even matches that, it's probably got more oil in it. It's probably a looser number. And that is also hard. So that's a harder hair to lock. So it's not, I can't even think about them coming out. I've corrected some things and I just want, if people are looking for permanency in locks, then you got to look at what the options are and be realistic. If you're looking for temporary and really pretty nice in that moment right away, I'm not saying they don't look nice if they're temporary. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all may not know what I'm saying. It's okay. I don't want y'all to find a hard way out and thousands of dollars gone. And if y'all remember me in my last, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why my nose is running. This is so gross. Sorry. Hold on, y'all. What I was saying about I forgot what I was saying about the last live. I think I was talking about extensions, but I was talking about something in particular that I wanted to mention. I can't remember. But I'm going to say hi, Facebook user. Hi, Pat Jacobs. Hi, hello, Facebook user. Hi, Veronique Desabi. You got me, kids here. Yeah, you want to think like a pro. Think like long future results, because I know if I don't know much about a hairstyle or something, I'm in the now. Sometimes, like if I want a style, most of the styles I've had in the past were temporary. The only permanent was this, but I looked at someone's process in the future and determined that that's how I want my hair to be in the future. So I kind of have futuristic, like Wendy Williams used to say, futuristic thinking. And if you know anything about hair, put that into your calculations of what you see. If you know anything about hair, if you know anything about extensions, from how extensions used to be back in the day, if you know anything about hair morphs. So even, I think, I don't know, maybe I had to, y'all know I went to Tanzania. I went to the Maasai. I met with the Maasai stylist. I met with the traditional Maasai. Well, he is a traditional Maasai, and then he's like mainstream because he stopped wearing a garb, but he was doing a traditional hairstyling. They do in the community. They do those Senegalese twists with added hair. Yes, they use straight hair, but he even said he started doing other styles. But having conversations about what we've been doing for centuries, and how we understood the hair, the process to be, and taking it into the now. It's kind of a nice reality check too. Like some people are using some of those same techniques and saying that I'm making the microloc extensions. Number one, they're not locked. So the hairstylist would say right away, no, 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 no. These are not dreads. He said dreads. These are not the little dreads. No, no, these are not. We don't do that for that. He said, and I said, I know, he's like, we actually don't even know really how you do what you do because the Maasai have similar hairstyle, but they don't use the same techniques. There's a lot. I'm gonna go back. There's a lot of education I'm infusing into this, and took away to share with our community coming up. We got another trip planned. I'll tell you more about that later in 2024. But I just say all that to say when you expand your thinking, you get into the origins of why people do certain hairstyles that we've been doing for hundreds of years, and why when I'm saying some of the same things that they say as to why you don't want to keep it in that long, or why you don't want to, it won't, how it behaves, how hair behaves. It's kind of interesting how some people, I don't know if we've forgotten or we're just not that in tune with our own hair and we expect it to be a certain way. And then people keep having problems after problems and they're wasting money. And people are incorporating into their services things that won't give that result in the long run. I just want us to stop and think about and kind of put in critical thinking a little bit. Like a twist of a synthetic or human hair, you need to create it if you want it to be. It needs to be look like the end result because it's not going to evolve like your hair would in a pattern or whatever. This is not going to do the same thing. That hair, that curl, and that synthetic or that human hair is also artificially made. They take straight hair and they curl that hair. They don't have no African people shaving off their hair in Africa talking about here, ship this up to the beauty supply store like they do in India or wherever they're getting from the rituals. They're getting that straight hair. They're taking that same straight hair and they're putting it in a process with chemicals around this little thing to make that little curl. So even that in itself, you have to work within the context of that, knowing that's not even a natural curl. And then it's just so many other factors. So I just seen some things and I'm just like, and people are like, well, I did it. And I'm like, you fine. But I don't want people to mistaken that as like expert knowledge when they're doing certain techniques that don't like it won't. If someone's locks are developing, it's usually their roots and then they're cutting off the extensions. So if you're using it that way, but during that process, while you have two things going on, wouldn't you want it to look as good as possible? Or do you want it to look like, honestly, it makes your hair look not quote unquote, not like you have roots showing because this is the style. And then your hair's coming in trying to come in as a barrel, tight, locked, matted hair. And then the drastic contrast. I want something my hair could stand out and look more beautiful, not like it looks like it's snappy and it needs to be like redone. If that makes sense. I don't want to show pictures of people's hair yet because she's in some of my pictures, this woman that did that at this hair show. And then I did not understand what was happening with her hair until someone said it. And they were talking to each other about what happened to her locks, why they look like that. So I just think that I felt kind of bad because I know her intentions were to have it to look a certain way, but it just took away from the beauty of what locks do. You got me on rambling. Y'all have me rambling. So y'all got my updates? You have my updates? Will y'all be applying for the scholarship? I know some of y'all said in the comments on IG that you applied. I got the camera here as opposed to over here. Let's see. There's so much stuff going on. Oh, I have some new gifts that came in that I will be adding to the prizes and to the certified pros of 2023. You did already. Good. And so, yeah, if you don't follow the YouTube, I'm going to go, she's going to probably, for our live stream on her update, it'll be streamed on YouTube. I don't know if I can do IG because we're going to be in multi places. So if you want to see it, I would tell you, make sure you're connected to the YouTube. And thank y'all who watch YouTube for getting me back my monetization and getting me back where we were many years ago. And I just thank y'all. I thank y'all for interacting. I thank you for liking the videos. and engaging. It's something else I wanted to post. I feel like it's something else I wanted to tell y'all about. That is probably it. All right. You did? Okay. I saw your name, Katia. I want to see your names. Tiffany Nottage. Your name is so familiar. You're welcome. She said, thank you for the info. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hi, Sylvia. Thank you for sharing. I saw a lady's hair with human hair extensions and it did not look like I thought it should. What are you saying? What you are saying is making total sense to me about that process. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I used, well, like a lot of us, I don't know how many of y'all used to wear micro braids. I was probably, I had not micro braids since I was 6 or 7. In my mom's wedding photo, my hair looked, the micro braids looked just like this, is wet and wavy. And in her wedding, so I had braids since I was like 7, micro braids. And then all the way up until my 20s, when I started to look at them into the locks, and then I was like, those sister locks. Micro had always been in my head. I was like, micro braids, micro locks, and that's what I want. And the I knew when I had that human hair wet and wavy, what happens. I knew that usually they got the sliver of hair on my edges because my edges are not super thick, and they would put a whole big thing in here. And I knew what would happen. I knew that at some point that was going to pop right off, and you want to see all my hair with the bowl, with the that little white follicle ripped out of my scalp, hanging from it. You saw that, the product I was using to slip because I wasn't happy with having nappy hair. I wanted my hair to look. I have honest conversation. We have the honest conversation with ourselves. And if that's too deep for some, that's fine. Some people aren't, it's not that serious for them. Some people it is. And it was for me. And I had to go through a whole like psychological thing about what can I achieve? Because I don't know what my hair, I was like, what is my hair texture? And then I saw it and I was like, this is the tightest, because I hadn't really seen my hair texture because it was always perming it or covering it. And so it's a whole process. And so when I started to entertain the idea of extending these small locks, it never crossed my mind to do certain things because I already had the experience with micro braids. I see people are repeating that experience with a lot of followers because it looks good, because it's a nice, so imagine getting really great micro braids, but now you're getting micro twist. Really great. They got the grid, the pale shiny scalp just like glistening. You see lines and parts and squares, and it's just like, oh, you see the curls, and I'm like, oh, that's a nice hairstyle, but that doesn't show me the loctician skills. If you do one rotation at the root, that's when I was like, and then they're like microloc extensions. That's why people are like, but isn't that the intention? The intention with what she's creating will give you a nest. What she has created is a beautiful work of art in a hairstyle. But to say that it's locks and what all that entails, with the artistry, the knowledge, the professionalism of knowing how to structure, mold, and create matted hair into a nice lock requires skills and precision and putting in a foundation that will help it along, not hinder it. So it's just the shining, they put in product, and I'm like, that is a beautiful style, but this is gonna get a lot of people messed up. But people want to come swarm, and I was like, I'm not gonna. I just have to let that transpire as it does, and just educate people on who will take a moment to think about it, and maybe those people who get it will have enough courage to speak down the line. And there are some people that have been sharing. I thank y'all that have shared. Like, had this experience, and now I see some people aren't that honest, and they may be ashamed or feel embarrassed. But if this triggers anyone who is looking to drop $1,000 to $2,000 to $3,000 on someone doing this to their hair, I'd hope that they would take a moment to just think if the equation adds up in their mind. And if they're like, yeah, then they know. But if it's like, hold up, maybe I need to ask a couple more questions. Maybe I need to see some long-term work. I'm always proud to say that 15 years is a long time to have somebody still have extensions. Because you don't have extensions anymore, but to still have the grid and the foundation, because the grid needs to be done well. Also, because for permanency, we are understanding how it's going to grow out the scalp 1 to 5 years. If it's super, super weak and it's got this lock hanging off of it, it may not make it. But the grid also needs to be sized to that person's real hair too, not to just the added hair, if that makes sense. Yeah. And that's what you're going to see growing out at that point. Um, the most common thing I see is just this, it's not meshing well with people's real hair. I see that as a big issue. Um, when I've done consultations with people looking to repair it, I'm thinking of two people, and I'm gonna have to get off because my daughter, she's coming down and trying to tell me, like, you said you was gonna go run to errands with me. The biggest issue that they had was it coming out, and also it's just very messy, very what? Yeah. So that that was a big issue because I see the viewers are dropping. Okay, y'all. I don't want to keep talking. Y'all have a great rest of your Friday. Let me know if you want to see the video. Engage with that post. If you don't IG, y'all know, like, I forget. I don't mean to forget about y'all, but when engagement is here, then I come here and I could show y'all. There are individuals that don't think past the initial process of locking, and it requires. Yeah, you're right, Sylvia. Yeah, locks are a permanent process, even if you only have them for a few years. So bye, IG. I'll see y'all soon. Engage on that post. Let me know you want us to go live. And y'all here, YouTube and Facebook. YouTube, make sure you like it. Let me know you want to see. Oh, did I post? Oh, YouTube, I'm about to post it. The short showing you them and asking y'all to engage with that, so I know that y'all want us to go live. So make sure you look out for it. Have a great rest of your Friday. I'll see you again soon.